Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my reading. Let me get this reading out for you, for the collective. I love you guys. I'm kind of wondering if I want to do like traditional tarot, like ask a question, get an answer, or if I just channel and like see what comes. And I kind of want to do both. So maybe I'll do 2 readings. How about we do that? Okay, so I'm going to start with traditional tarot. Or not traditional, yeah, traditional tarot. Like, I'm going to ask a question. This is the reading you're watching now. The question I'm going to ask is like, right now, what are your biggest strengths that you need to be playing more on now? You want to know what? I think that I'm gonna just do some channeled message with the tarot, and just be aware of the fact that like these questions are coming through. I want to just see what the energy is. Like, I just want to see what the energy I'm here to read about is. And yeah, y'all know the deal with tarot. You know what I mean? Like, this is a consensual, energetic exchange. You're allowing me to connect with your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, whoever I need to get this message through by watching this video and being here. But being here now, please say yes if you consent. Okay, awesome. For your good and the good of all. Through the violet flame. With love and light. Okay. Let's get going. Okay, Spirit, what is the overarching energy that I'm here reading for the collective? What is the energy that I am reading for the collective? Okay, Queen of Swords and the Devil. Queen of Swords and the Devil. I'm also gonna try and take things slower and slow it down and really be here and see what's coming up. Okay, so first of all, the Queen of Swords, she is like, she gives many justice. She gives the woman of the justice card, right? She gives Medusa. She gives justice coming in. She is speaking your truth. She is devoted to the water, you know, water deities, water goddesses. Maybe you're working with Medusa. Maybe you work with Medusa. Maybe you work with some other kind of like feminine deity that's tied to power and tied to water, you know. Maybe you're Libra, right? We have truth. Maybe you're an air sign, Mercury. But I feel like this has to do with like speaking your truth and feeling safe. This has to do with mentally being able to clear out the noise of like what is here for you and like what is not. I feel like with the devil, there may be this energy of like doubt and fear trying to play its hand in what's going on. You're in this space, in this like nest almost, where you're building these building blocks. I'm literally saying, I used to have another deck and it was the Queen of Pentacles, but she was a hedgehog, and right now I'm seeing like the female hedgehog and like femininity, like the like birthing, going internal. Okay, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Capricorn, right? Capricorn energy. Capricorn, Saturn, Saturnian. Right, and I feel like this is specifically happening because you are in this period of like rest and restoration and safety and security within yourself. Like you're creating something that's very safe, that's very stable, that's very protected, that's very important to you, you know? And this has to do with so many different areas of your life. This is one where it's like kind of take it as it resonates. Feel it in your soul, whatever that is, that's what you're here and you're building and you're creating and you're protecting. And I feel like because you've kind of entered this new space with yourself and with it, it's kind of trying to like sneak its way in. This Saturnian energy, right? This Capricorn energy. These, you know, the principle of opposition itself. Sorry, that made me think of like Tarot on Dex, you know, and she's like, it's not people, but it's it's not people, it's principalities. Powers and principalities against you. That's what you experience here in this 3D world. It's not people around you, and it's not even you, right? At the end of the day, like the only thing that you're up against is your mind. This dark energy, this thing, like what they manipulate you with is you and your shadow alone. Like that is it. That is what can get you like trapped. Is your shadow. That is what you're up against. You're not up against like other people. You're not up against like people interacting with you. Someone needed to hear that. But, or maybe just be reminded of that. But then there's also this thing of like, it's your shadow. Like that's what you're dealing with right now. It has to do with your shadow. It has to do with like shining light on certain aspects of your shadow, cleaning up some of your energy, being more discerning, being intelligent, strategic, intentional. Opening your throat chakra, right? Opening your throat chakra. The Queen of Swords, she speaks. There's also this water here. It's really catching my eye. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to read what the Queen of Swords says in this deck because it's new and they all say something so different. Okay. Queen of Swords. This queen is a thoughtful person, much like the Justice card, waiting to be fair and examining all sides of the issue at hand. She speaks her truth, which some people might not like or be ready to hear, but it comes from the heart. Some people underestimate this queen, but she holds strong boundaries with integrity and compassion and commands respect. She is an inspiration to continue on your path. Take an honest look inward and have a hard conversation. Your taste is excellent. Take an honest look inward and have a hard conversation with yourself and maybe those around you about what you hold as truth. The more you stand in your truth, the stronger you will become. Confidence, organized, fair, intellectual, truthful, boundaries, communication, open-minded. This also has to do with you, like, you're getting organized for what you have going on, right? Like, you can't have dumb shit around you. You can't have this, you can't have your energy leaking in what you're doing and where you're going. You can't continue to, like, put energy into these paradigms that just do not serve you anymore. Like they don't serve you and they leak your energy, right? So you're going through this process where you're examining every single thing in your life right now and being really honest with yourself. Where have you been masking? Where have you been covering your truth up? Where have you not been honest with yourself? Because everywhere you have not been honest with yourself is a place that you aren't showing up for yourself. It's where you allow your energy to leak when you're not being the most authentic, like real version of you. So there's kind of this like cleaning up or this purging of that energy. And I feel like, you know, some of you may be feeling some of that pressure, but it's almost like, yeah, I'm hearing, I'm on a new level, dude. Like you've entered a new level of what it means to be you. And like things that you did in the past aren't going to work for you in this season. So it's really about you like paying attention. And I think this devil energy, like with you being in this state of like, it's like your spirit team is putting you in this mode with yourself and like deep reflection. Maybe like do shadow work. I'm seeing a mirror, like physically doing a mirror or like scrying, like doing some really deep internal shadow work during this time, because like you can't bring that with you, and the devil is going to try and get you to, and we like your spirit team is putting you in this position for you to examine it, and I intentionally, so you can clear it out, right? They've put you there so you can go through this purging, so you don't bring it with you. And they really want you to pay attention to those things so you can leave them in the past. The devil energy, this principality, is gonna want you to continue to, live in those limiting paradigms of what you believed in the past, of who you were, that were dictating the reality that you were experiencing. It's as simple as your nervous system. Like if you experienced a lot of chaos in the past, your nervous system may just be a little bit wired to chaos. So then when you enter areas of peace, your like body doesn't actually know it's peace, so then it can create some kind of chaos around you, right? This is like, we know this. We know this, okay? The people that I'm talking to, we know this. We all know this, right? So they're putting you in a very particular position and like clarity. It's almost like, okay, so I don't know if you know, I don't know if this is how you say his last name, but Carlos Castaneda, his books with the Naguals and Don Juan, and he's like this apprentice to the Nagual, who is a sorcerer, basically, like a native sorcerer from like America, but like Mexico, Texas, America, right? But native to there, sorcerer. And he says he puts you in your like second awareness or something, like you enter a different state of awareness, and it's almost like your spirit team puts you in a different state of awareness of like clarity, like absolute clarity within your soul, so you can see where you're masking and where you're not being honest and like truthful with yourself. You can see any truths that need to be dug up right now, like anything that's left in the shadow, anything that is left in the shadow. What is left in the shadow? What is left in the shadow? Okay, and I got this deck, and this bitch, she's like to the point. And I'm loving the chemistry between them, I'm not gonna lie. They're so like light femme, dark femme. And it's gorgeous, like they're gorgeous. Okay, this is the second time I've seen the Tower, right? Okay, what aspects of our shadow are coming up? What aspects of the shadow in the collective, for the person in the collective, for the collective? What aspects of the shadow? Okay, here's the Tower again. Leaving behind, right? Breaking through to a new energy. They have to change your perspective. You have to see something. Duh, that's the point. That's what I asked. Okay, I think it's just because it's a lot simpler than you think it is, and it really has to do with you like controlling your mind. Like Mercury retrograde is here, right? There's going to be this focus on the intellect. Also, we're in Libra season, right? Mercury retrograde is happening. I don't know where Mercury is right now, but Mercury retrograde is happening, and we're already in like an air sign of Libra, and like it's Libra season, right? And this Queen of Swords is coming up. She's right. Mercury, Libra, mini justice. She is this Libra energy. So like, I think specifically this Mercury retrograde period, so track it, 3 weeks. Okay, and I've been hearing over and over and over, like, your life is going to change in 3 weeks. Your life is going to change in 3 weeks. Like, things are going to look different in 3 weeks. And that makes sense because you're going through this, like, retrograde portal. You know, I kind of think the South Node is in Libra, so I feel like that's kind of what's going on. I think Chiron is in Aries, so those are like opposing energies, which is very woundy, very, very woundy. I know Mars is in Scorpio, which is making this all like really intense. Everybody is very reactive right now, so just pay attention to that. But yeah, Mercury retrograde is putting you in a particular like position of clarity. Position of clarity. If you have a clear quartz, walk around with a clear quartz, okay? Like clarify your energy so that you can literally see like where in your mind you are continuing to like put time and energy and effort into these things that are low vibrational, because these low vibrational things are this devil energy trying to distract you from the truth. Anything that instills fear or anxiety in your heart is not of the Most High, right? It's not of the absolute Most High. It is of the other principle, you know, the devil. It's from the dark side. It's from, I don't know what I want to call it. I don't know what I want, like, I want to call that. I don't know what words I would want to use. Anyways, it's just not true. It's like simply like not true. And to get your mind to believe what is true versus not, right? If we're thinkers anyways, someone else said this. I heard this on the internet somewhere. But it was like, if you're thinking, like, go ahead and just like overthink positively. Like, we need you to we want you to realize that a lot of these things that are holding you back are these paradigms that you're playing in, the places that you are limiting your truth, wearing these masks, not feeling safe and secure in yourself in any way possible. Anything that you're thinking about that is instilling fear or anxiety in you is intentionally being placed there so that you feel fearful and so that you have fear and you have anxiety, so that you're off your path. You're not living your divine mission, not living in your absolute most abundant truth. That's it. That's it. We want you to be aware of it. We want you to be able to pay attention and catch it. We want you to realize and recognize where you're putting your energy. One, it is bringing you the energy of fear, and recognizing that it is not truth, allowing that energy to process, also just allowing all the whole things to process as whatever it is, you know? It's not good or bad, but when you can allow your mind or your psyche, like, to know that, like, this is not me, this is the energy of fear, this is the energy of doubt, this is the energy of shame, this is not my truth. My truth is I'm loved. My truth is I am loving. My truth is I am kind. My truth is I am, you know, loved. I'm appreciated. I have everything that I need. I am always enough. I am always safe. I'm always secure. I'm always protected, always provided for, always loved for, you know, like, that is your truth. That is who you really are. Anything that is telling you anything other than that is false. It is false. And you know it is false because it does not resonate in your body as safe, right? It's a fear. So that's what they're bringing. That's literally, they're just trying to bring all this up to you so you can like allow those paradigms to dissolve and like break through. And allow yourself to break through to this new version of yourself. Okay, maybe divine union. That's so cute. Look, King of Wands, Queen of Wands. I spoke the deck to the King and the Queen of Wands. Love that, you know, love that. Either way, you know, you're moving, definitely moving forward. Third chakra activation, speaking your truth. Releasing some energy. Yeah, like shadow work, releasing, cleansing, protection. Call back your power in this time. I'm seeing black salt. Black salt specifically. Salting your doors. Like, kind of fall into the spooky season. Like, fall into the fall in a way of like protecting yourself. Like, fall, the darkness is used as protection, right? Like this black salt, all of this, like, I don't know. I heard witchcraft and necromancy. I don't know what. Isn't necromancy bringing people back from the dead? I don't think we want to do that personally, but that's what came to my brain. I think it's just like a weird, like, witchy thing, but like, you know, watching Halloween shows and like things like that, like, I don't know, there's just something about that energy that is coming in. It's about like your power, you know, left in the darkness. Your power is left in the darkness, which is actually soft. Like, you are more divinely a lot more divinely powerful and protected in light, and the dark can kind of like protect you, but you are like safe in light. And I feel like when you can kind of like fall back into the safety of who you are, like protect yourself, doing those like weird little witchy things, you know, like just especially during this month and like this October season, this fall harvest season, the veil must be thin, you know, but there's something about you calling back your power. I don't know what necromancy is. Please don't do necromancy. I just got to put that disclaimer out there. I'm not sure. It just popped into my mind. I don't know what necromancy is. Please don't do necromancy if it's what I think it is, okay? But I think that's all I have for you. I'm definitely feeling a major breakthrough. And again, like I said, like third chakra activation. So, okay, love you, bye.